Guys, welcome to my channel. I am doing a nostalgia video today. I actually saw this. I was not tagged in it or anything. I saw this on one of the YouTubers that I watch. Her name's Kelsey. I'm not sure if anybody watches her, but um, I will link her video or her channel. But it's Kelsey's Life, and I've been watching her since she did Kelsey Doing Disney, which is whenever she did the Disney College program. And I followed in her footsteps and did it after her. But anyways, I saw this on her channel and I thought it was really cool. So I thought that I'd go ahead and do it as well. So let's just get right to it. I am going to turn on some Christmas music. So yeah, let's do this. Okay, so the first, number one is, what's your favorite childhood memory? That's a good question. Sorry, got distracted. Favorite childhood memory? This one's really hard. I have a terrible memory, and there's a lot of things about my childhood I don't remember. I can say that one of my favorite childhood memories is probably when my family would take summer trips down the river, and we would go with like my cousins, Aspen and Allie, my Aunt Laura, and my mom, and my sister. And after my niece was born, we'd go with her. And I remember going down the river one year, and there was this giant bumblebee. Like, it was huge. And this thing, I mean, we floated for like 12 miles, okay? And this thing literally followed us the entire way. And it didn't sting any of us, but I think it was out to just terrify us. I'm pretty sure that this bee was laughing the whole time at us. So that happened. And then also I remember that I made this really hilarious video with my sister, and it was like I had watched somebody on YouTube, and she was super sassy and super funny, and everything that she was saying, gosh, I can't remember her name, but she was talking about was it meeting Peter in the park. I don't know if anybody knows that video. If I can find it, I'll link it below. But anyways, so I reenacted that video, and because we were in my mom's car, me and my sister, and for some reason she had this wig in there, and so I put it on, and we were just being super silly, and for some reason that video came to mind, and I reenacted the whole thing, and that is probably one of my favorite memories that I can actually remember. Like I said, terrible memory. Oh, he was just getting a little fussy. Also, I'm sorry about the lighting. The sun's starting to go down. I was trying to get this video recorded before I lost sunlight, but we'll try and hurry up for that. All right, so I think we're on question number 2. Hold on. All right, question number 2. Your favorite childhood TV program and film? Definitely will have to say Lizzie McGuire, for sure. That's a Raven was pretty awesome. Oh, Hannah Montana. Holy crap, I loved Hannah Montana. Now, I was a little bit older whenever Hannah Montana came out, but still, it was so funny. And I watched it with my cousins all the time. Question number 3. What were your favorite books and book series? I probably have to say, like, Judy Blume books. Goosebumps were pretty awesome. Captain Underpants. Let's see what else. That's it. I was never into like Harry Potter. I know like my generation was, but I could care less. I know, terrible, right? But I love the movies. All right. Question number 4. What were the top 3 crazes from your childhood? Furbies. Oh gosh. So there was Furbies, Tamagotchis. Oh, those little rice necklaces, like the little necklaces that like had a piece of rice in it and you could like write a name on it. I remember everybody had one of those. What else? Number 5. What family traditions did you have as a child and have you carried them on? Okay, yes, I've carried them on. So I don't know here if you can see them in my tree over here, but you see these little elves right here. Whenever I was growing up, and there's one up at the top too. Um, so when I was growing up, we had these Santas that everybody had their own and own Santa, and I think they all had their names on them, but we all had them in the tree. Like that's where we put them, is we put them all in the tree with the ornaments. So we started this year, and we got all these elves, and they have all the names of our family members that live in our house on them, and we put them in the tree. So that is one of the family traditions that I'm carrying on. So another family tradition is watching the Peanuts videos. So I grew up always watching, Charlie Brown's Christmas, Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving, or It's Thanksgiving, Charlie Brown, It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, all the Charlie Browns. So like for whatever holiday. They still come on ABC every year, and I try and catch them if they're on. If I don't catch them, I do have it on DVD, and so we watch those for sure. And we will continue to watch those with our little ones. Number 6, show a picture that sums you up as a child. Okay, I'm going to insert it right here. I always took the cutest pictures, and I always looked so innocent, but I was ornery as all get out. 7 is, when you were young, what did you want to be whenever you grew up? I think that I wanted to be a veterinarian at one point, and then I also wanted to be a surgeon. Like when Grey's Anatomy came out, I wanted to be a surgeon really bad, and I probably would have been a surgeon or at least done something in the medical field, but I didn't even like. What I thought was cool was I thought it was cool to like be a heart surgeon, and how awesome that would be to hold that in your hand and repair hearts, because I mean that's such a vital organ, and I always thought that would be so awesome and be almost like, in a way, that's the closest you can get to being a god on here on Earth as a human. So I just thought that would be so awesome. I don't know what else I wanted to be. What was your favorite place as a child? That would have to be anywhere outside. I loved to be outdoors. My mom encouraged us to be outdoors too, so we had like basketball court, or I did have a basketball court, basketball goals, we had soccer balls and basketballs and a trampoline and bikes and scooters and, rollerblades and friggin' remote control cars. We had literally everything that you could have as an outside toy. We probably had it, and I just loved just being outside. It was my favorite place. 9 is, did you have a favorite toy as a child, and have you still held on to it? Sorry about the lighting. I'm having to like use this flashlight because it's just, the sun's going down really fast, and my lighting in here, that lamp over there is like my lighting in our living room. It's awful. Anyways, so yes. So I have a teddy bear. I was like 4th grade, I think, whenever I got him. 3rd or 4th grade, I can't remember. Anyways, he's just a little teddy bear, and I love him to death. Like, he, by far, is my favorite toy from my childhood. Still my favorite. His name is Curly Bear. He used to be like really, really curly. He's not so much anymore. He's been through a lot because I slept with him every single night and anytime that I was upset or whatever. Well, That bear I still have, and I actually ordered one for my son, and his is just a little bit bigger than mine, but it is the exact same bear, and I don't know how I got lucky and found the exact same bear on Amazon, but I did. So it's really cool that I have this bear, and then now my son has it. All right, so this is who was your childhood best friend, and are you still friends? So I actually had two. Whenever I was really little, one of my best friends was Blaine, and she is still one of my really good friends. And she just had a little boy like a year or so before me. He's like a year and a half now. He'll be 2 in May, and it's December. So yeah, a year and a half. Anyways, and then also I had another best friend. Her name is Candy, and we are not friends any longer. No, we're still we're friends on Facebook, but we just, things happen as you get older, and sometimes you don't stay friends with everybody. But she was a really awesome best friend, and it's nice to think about those days of whenever you were younger. But like I said, me and Blaine are still friends, and our friendship is totally different now than it was whenever we were in grade school, but just because we've grown up and we've changed a whole lot, and now we're both mamas. Next one is, what was your favorite playground game? So I remember playing Foursquare a lot whenever I played on the playground. I also remember that, what was it? Sharks. So it's like whenever you're on the playground, whatever it's called, and if you get on the rocks or the wood chips or whatever the heck was underneath it, that's in the water, and so somebody would run around and they were the shark, and you couldn't stay on the play place. You had to get off of it every so often, and the shark would try trying to chew and eat you. I don't know. I remember playing that all the time. It's so silly, thinking about it now, but those are probably the two that I played a lot. Okay, and the next one is, what was your favorite subject in school? So let's think. I hated school. I did not want to have anything to do with school except for the social aspect. So I guess whenever I was really little, probably PE was my favorite, because you just got to go and play. And then as I got older, in high school, I mean, lunch. Let's be honest. I know it's not class, but whenever I was in high school, lunch was my favorite subject, because I got to go be social and I didn't have to do any schoolwork during lunch. Hopefully. Unless I had to go make up something. But yeah, those were. Oh, I liked art too. So I'm very crafty, so art was a lot of fun. Now, I didn't take any art classes in high school. I think maybe my freshman year. I don't remember. But I do remember taking them in middle school and loved it. I always had a blast in art. Okay, the next one is, did you get pocket money, and what did you spend it on? So I'm guessing that's allowance. I mean, we didn't really get allowance whenever we were a kid. It was just if you wanted to do something, you had to clean the house, or you had to work for it. So I mean, we were expected to do our chores, but it wasn't oh, if you do the dishes, you get $3 or whatever. We didn't get a continuous allowance. And what did I spend it on? Whenever my mom just gave me if I did do something and she's like, hey, you know what? Here's $5 or $10 or whatever. When she would give us money for doing things without being asked, that's usually whenever we got an allowance, was when we did things without being asked. I probably spent it on random stupid stuff, toys that I didn't need, or food, or candy, dumb stuff. Next one is, tell us a funny memory from your childhood. So I know that there's a lot of funny stories about myself. For instance, now I don't remember this, but this is just a story that's been told to me my whole life. So I was a little terror whenever I was a kid, and I always got into trouble, and I always threw the biggest tantrums. I was just that kid, very difficult. Well, I went to the mall with my Aunt Laura and my grandmother, and we were in Hallmark, and they were looking around. They weren't paying attention to me a whole lot, and I kind of wandered off. Well, they started panicking when they realized they didn't know where I was. They went out of the store. They looked all around the store. They couldn't find me. Well, when my aunt left the store, she was looking for me. She saw something out of the corner of her eye, and she turns to look. Well, there was a window display, and I was in the window display, okay? Well, and I was just sitting there. But the window display was completely, it was nothing but white teddy bears. Every single teddy bear was white. And there was tons and tons of these teddy bears. Well, I was sitting in the middle of these teddy bears, eating chocolate, and I was covered in this chocolate. Wonderful, right? So my aunt just freaked out. She was like, oh my gosh, what the heck is this child doing? So that's probably one of the funniest, well, I wouldn't say the funniest, but that's the funny one. I always got into messes like that. And then the final one is, if you could tell your younger self something, what would it be? Good question. I would probably tell myself to figure out in high school what it is that you wanted to do, what you wanted to study, at least an area, a general idea, and then stick with it. And because I had no clue what it was that I wanted to study, no idea, and so I kind of just bounced around doing whatever, and I have so many credit hours that it's ridiculous because I didn't know what I wanted to study, and I feel like I would say to myself, like, go to somebody to have somebody help me figure out what it is that I would like to study and where I'd like to be one day. Yeah, that's probably what I would say. And then I'd also, because I always took life not so serious, that, there are some things that I need to take serious in life, and so I would tell myself to be just a little bit more serious earlier in life than what I was. Because I'm still a little bit super not serious, and I'm just so go with the flow and fun, and there's nothing wrong with that, but there are some times whenever I wish I would have been just a little bit more serious about things. So anyways, I am going to go ahead and end this video and take care of this little munchkin, and especially since this lighting is terrible, I'm so sorry for this video. Gosh, it is probably going to be one of my worst videos, but I hope you enjoyed the content. Anyways, I am going to tag my cousin Allie in this video. Oh, there goes my phone. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe and like if you enjoyed watching this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.